Hello everybody, how are you doing? It's Thursday night, it's time to talk about some weird people behaving oddly, or just as you would expect them to behave. So, to be honest, today it's been kind of ruined by somebody having way too much of a mental breakdown, but I'll get into that in a minute. But best part of the show, I call it a show. Best part of just ranting into a microphone is, hold on, let me stop YouTube autoplay. Obviously, we all know that Elon Musk has basically bought Twitter for whatever reason. And doesn't it feel the past couple of days that the tables are turning somewhat in our favor? I mean, Elon Musk, you might think he's a bit of an idiot. I think he's a con man personally, but he does say a lot of base stuff on Twitter, which I find funny, so that's fine by me. And if he cons idiots out of his money with his fake battery cars that are the shittest quality cars you would ever sit in, then good on him. But he's bought a 9% stake in social media company Twitter. And this has caused a lot of people to go absolutely, completely fucking insane. Especially this motherfucker who I was going to talk about quite a lot, but he ended up going on such a bad spare gout that he's deleted his entire Twitter, and I didn't take any screenshots of his stuff. So, because I was like, I'll just save all these bookmarks for him having a complete fucking meltdown. And then I'll talk about him because that's funny. And unfortunately, you can tell that this is a guy that has serious meltdowns all the fucking time. But we've got this article, at least, from the Post-Millennial. Twitter manager says he's been radicalized by Elon Musk's appointment to board. It's broken me. Now, I don't know what the fucking problem is with Elon Musk. I mean, they all seem to think he's some sort of white supremacist, but this is the richest man in the world, and he's an African American. Why are they being so racist? I don't understand. But following the news that Elon Musk will now be on Twitter's board of directors, Twitter engineering manager Jay Holler, and he's going to do some hollering, went on a tirade saying his appointment has radicalized and broken him. And look, this motherfucker hasn't even gone into protected mode on Twitter because they would show up. He's deleted his entire Twitter, which is so annoying because he was going fucking nuts. And it was great. And then then I think, we'll get into why he did it in a minute. But if we just read this out, this will just give you a flavor of how mental these people are fucking going over Elon Musk. But what's the word? Muscling in on their territory, basically. Following news, Tesla and SpaceX founder and CEO Elon Musk will now be on Twitter's board of directors. Twitter engineering manager Jay Holler, I've already said that. Leading up to the announcement, Holler tweeted and retweeted posts, and boy did he, expressing concern about Musk's polls and his subsequent buying of a majority stake in Twitter. And these were him having a meltdown. At the onset of the announcement of the Musk appointment, which occurred early Tuesday morning, Holler's held a space that's if you don't know Twitter, it's their going live, basically. It's kind of funny. Some of them are funny, some of them are really fucking weird. It's called Rage Out, in which he and co-host Ian Brown said Twitter CEO Parag Agrawal, I don't know how to say that, sucks. Now, this is why he deleted his Twitter, because that's his boss. And he was just going fucking nuts about him, going, oh, why did he allow this? And it's like, well, nobody allows people buying shares. He'll do what he wants. You can't control him buying shares. It's just going to happen. Holler tweeted, for the first time, at Twitter leadership includes someone I had proactively blocked on this platform. Aw, diddums. Oh, his baby gonna cry. And he's spagging out a bit more. At one point during the day, and it was a full fucking day meltdown, Holler suggested that Musk's appointment has radicalized him and the appointment has broken him. These are where he was saying that. He also posted a thread of articles seeming to try to explain why Musk and the company he runs are bad, including articles that called Musk misogynist, sadistic, and is transphobic. I've literally never heard Musk ever say anything about transphobia. I've heard that fake lawsuit about Tesla, where if you read about that fake, where in California they got real salty that he was moving his factory to Texas, so they conjured up a lawsuit about him saying he was a racist. And then if you read the lawsuit, it's not going to win. Because it's just people going, yeah, this happened. And you're like, well, can you prove it? No. It did happen, though. And you're like, well, okay, that's not going to work in court, though, buddy. In early March, Holler tweeted a Substack piece called The Coming Collapse of Elon Musk. So this is why he's gone so fucking nuts. He's just been like, oh, he's so happy that he read something that affirmed his opinion of something. And he's like, oh, that's definitely going to happen. In which the writer states that the public has started to question the carefully constructed narrative that Elon Musk is an innovative genius. Well, no one really gives a fuck about that. Well, there is his Tesla fanboys and the SpaceX people, but no one else really. He posts funny memes and he's on our side in a lot of respects because we're the common sense side. So that's why they don't like him. The green messiah that will help us save the planet, and if that fails, colonize Mars. How does a man who harasses whistleblowers, abuses most laws? He doesn't do anything. Like, he doesn't harass whistleblowers. Abuses most laws, rules, and regulations. Well, in fairness, why not? Supposedly has employees spied on and advocates for a greener future while creating a huge carbon footprint. Now, I know that to be absolutely false. He doesn't. He lives in a fucking one of those tiny houses. And his fucking bitch wife, who is a millionaire, and that Grimes woman, spoke to a magazine complaining about him because he would only eat peanut butter and stuff, and she couldn't eat anything. And it was like, well, you've got millions of dollars. Why are you expecting him to buy it? I thought you were a feminist. But no, we've got to carry on with the lie. Become the most prominent, richest person in the world because he's kind of funny and people like funny. That's why. This is a question we'll ask ourselves when the Musk bubble bursts, but the reality is we already know the answer. And what is the answer? Crony capitalism combined with ultra-cheap monetary conditions has enabled Evil type figures to pursue their wildest fantasy. Now, these are the wildest fantasies, and bear in mind, Elon Musk is. I mean, I don't altogether approve of him, and I don't give a fuck. I mean, he surely doesn't care about me. I don't care what he gets up to. I know that his cars are shit because I've test driven one, and it was the worst car I've ever driven. It felt like it was a fucking 1980s Korean car. It's so cheap in there. The leather feels as though it's like about fucking. It's not even real leather, but it's like it feels as though it's wafer thin. It's fucking disgusting. I've never sat in a worse car than that. Although it does move fast, but it's like, no, I'm sitting in that. That is cheap. And all the while, figuratively mooning the authorities on their own front lawn. Good. The list of Musk shenanigans is endless. It's the Elon washing era. Blah, 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 blah. But this guy is fucked off. He's deleted his Twitter. I think he's probably fired, to be quite honest. But Elon Musk is helping out, though, because this fucking idiot, 3 days ago, immediately went, new Elon Musk buys 3 billion stake, 9.2% in Twitter, and is now the company's platform's largest shareholder. This guy goes, my name is Jackson Mulholland, and I'm one of the many people here working at Twitter in charge of developing terms and conditions for users. We're not stripping away free speech, you are. We're protecting users from bullies, bigots, and spam. Fucking nonsense. You're protecting fucking groomers, lots of groomers. You fucking made... Twitter is one of the only places, only people where it's acceptable to post child porn. It's in their terms of service that it's not against the terms of service that you can post child porn. And they got sued, and they are in the process of being sued by a 14-year-old, well, obviously by his handlers, parents even. And it's like, because, I don't know how this ended up happening, but he ended up, like, having sex with somebody, and he was 14, I think he was, and he tried to get Twitter to remove it because they posted it up as revenge. And Twitter said, no, that's perfect. That's within our terms of service. It's fine. And you're like, no, he's telling you he is a 14-year-old boy. And he's having some sort of gay sex with somebody. And you're saying, no, that's fine, bro. Don't worry about it. And you're like, yeah, but no. But anyway, we're protecting users from bullies, bigots, and spam. Nonsense. I refuse to work for Elon Musk. I'm resigning. Goodbye, then. Goodbye. So already he is immediately having a fucking positive impact. It is amusing how crazy the people that work at Twitter must be going. It's fucking, and they are going, they're going fucking nuts. I mean, I can't wait for the board meeting. Have I just not put that on and I've just been reading it to you? Yeah. Like, anyway. Shit. But look, this is the guy that I was talking about a minute ago. This fella. Now you can tell that he is the one who's going to have a meltdown. And that's why he's deleted his Twitter. Sorry about that. That was a mistake. That was quite a large mistake. That was just me talking with no picture descriptors. But Jackson Mulholland is one of many people. And I mean, I hope he's not the only one. Because if this is how they think they're fucking running Twitter, we're not stripping away free speech. We're protecting users from bullies, bigots, and spam. And you're like, no. I've been on Twitter for fucking years. And there was a time when the moderation was protecting users from spam and needless dogpiling. There was, and it was about 2012, something like that. But even then, there was better spam control on Twitter than what there is now, because every fucking thing, every second fucking comment is spam now. Something about cryptocurrency, something about join my OnlyFans and fake links and shit like that. It's everywhere, especially on the corporate accounts. It's just all bot accounts. And it's like they're not protecting fucking anybody. If this is what they think they're doing, they're not doing their job. He does look like a Cyboy meme. But that's not all. These are just the two lead ones. And I was gonna. This guy, I'm so disappointed in him that he's deleted his Twitter because I'd had all this, I had all this shit lined up, and then about 9:30. I started to stream at 10. At 9:30, I was like, right, I'll just go through what I was gonna show, and it's like, where's it all fucking gone? It's like linking me to the Explore tab now, and then it's like, oh, he's deleted his entire fucking account. Thoughts on French election? Well, I hope Le Pen wins. That'll be funny. I can't stand Macron. I don't care about the French. I hate the French, of course. I'm English. It's built into me to hate them. So I only wish bad things for the French. I can't lie. It's like any Englishman who tells you otherwise is not a real English person. But I do hope Le Pen wins because it'll be funnier. Yeah, I get so much fucking weird stuff, especially with my new account. My new account has been flagged as suspicious. I can only follow one person every half an hour, and it's like on my new Twitter account. But there's fucking, I keep having to block all these OnlyFans girls who keep following the account, and it's like, what the fuck is going on? It's like this didn't happen on my old account. So are they making new accounts more susceptible to bots? It's like I don't understand why. I mean, I don't know what's going on because every time somebody's following you, it's like, oh, block that one. That's a fucking OnlyFans bot, and it's like, what the fuck is going on? Twitter is being overrun by bots and spam. So I do not know why he thinks he's working, because he's definitely not working in any way. Because I use Twitter and I use it quite a bit because it's my favorite form of comedy. Because now let's move on to, where are we? Let's move on to the checkmarks. The blue checkmarks have been losing their fucking mind over Elon Musk because now there's a challenger has approached, hasn't it, really? And it's like, oh no, you haven't got it all your own way anymore. It's like maybe a little bit of fairness is going to come into the fight, and maybe everybody on our side is going to stop getting fucking banned if we just say, I disagree to you. Because this is what's going to happen. This is why they're so frightened. This is why the OK Groomer meme is working. This is why all of this shit is happening. Because they're fucking scared. Because it's never happened to them before. It's like now it's like they have no argument for the OK Groomer thing. You can't argue it. Because you just go, well, you're just a pedophile then. And it's like, well, no. And it's like, look, you're literally advocating for pedophilia. And you're like, oh, well, I can't really argue with this because it's a fucking retarded argument. But where we have this, I don't know really where all these verified people get verified, because this is somebody called Deathbed Companion Cube. How do you get verified how can you verify that? I thought it was for people, but apparently not. Elon Musk buy a 9.2% stake in Eat Shit and Die, you fucking palooka. Okay. Yep, I will use Twitter to make fun of that insecure asshole until the day he shuts down this platform for hurting his little penis. So you want to use his platform. And so what you're saying is he's a believer in free speech and will allow you to do that. Whereas I couldn't do that to anybody else on the left. So it goes on, because I've got many of these. Where am I? Here's another checkmark that I've never heard of. Wagati Wanjuki. Don't know who that is. Let's have a look at her. Nope, that's not hot. What the fuck? We said we wanted fewer Nazis on here. Oops. I don't really get where they're getting this idea that Elon Musk is a Nazi, but this is Pajit Agra, sorry, Parag, not Pajit, that's it's a bit off. Agrawal saying, I'm excited to share that we're appointing Elon Musk to our board. Through conversations with Elon in recent weeks, it became clear to us that we would bring great value to the board. And he's Indian. So he's obviously not going to be that cool with Nazis. And then she goes on. Obviously, you know when somebody is in the right when you turn off replies, of course. Like you have a lying white supremacist hack on your board and acting like that's anything to celebrate. Terrifying. I love how no one has anything sincere or specific about him to compliment because Elon is a spoiled racist monster. Okay. They're fucking losing their minds. And it's not going to stop. It's not going to stop. Well, it won't stop. Hold on. I'm losing track of where I am because it's just so much fucking, so many of them. There's about 30 of them. Here's this guy, another checkmark I've never heard of. Hector Ozuago, Esquire. Elon Musk must be stopped. Well, why don't you try and stop him then, buddy? Somebody makes a good point saying, I think those verified checkmark thingies should be stopped. That is what should be stopped, really. Because it's created an upper class and middle and lower class online. Especially on Twitter. It's fucking weird. Because they think they're better than you. And they're the dumbest people I've ever seen. Even on the right. Most verified people are unbelievably stupid. It's like they just, well, they're not no, I'll take that back. They're not stupid. They're all grifting. All of them. All of them are 100% grifting, 100% all the time. And it's like, all of them are just saying buzzwords to rile up the dumbest people in their audience so they give them money. All of them. And it's like, that's what verified means. Grift. And you're like, why has this happened? Why is Twitter allowed this to happen? Why not just join forces with Putin? This is the end of the world as we know it. Well, things got super dramatic at this time. Like the end of the world because he bought 9% of Twitter. So, just for a fucking woke white woman. Woke white woman, of course. And she looks pretty fat as well. So, a fat woke white woman immediately makes everything far too dramatic. With the first comment. And as this person says, it must be maybe the most dramatic tweet in history. It could be. Jesus Christ. Let me move on. So many. Stop buying Elon Musk products. Pardon me. His company is racist as fuck. And he's going to destroy Twitter. Yeah, I personally think he's going to make it a bit better. This is all baseless as well. Because you can say what you want, but like he does tend to make a lot of fucking money. I've already put that one up. If Elon, this is another one, I don't know who they all stand with Ukraine, by the way. Have you noticed? All of them stand with Ukraine. Because being verified on Twitter and saying you stand with Ukraine is doing something, of course. It's helping. I mean, nobody can explain to me how that's helping in the slightest, but it's helping. If Elon's vision for Twitter is anything like his Tesla factories, then racists will get verified and people of color will be told to be cool about it. Well, will they? Oh yeah, and this is his and this is I was at my breaking point, okay? And this is why this lawsuit is not going to succeed. Warning: this story quotes several racist slurs allegedly directed at black workers at Tesla's California plant, according to a lawsuit filed against the company. A single mother was excited to land the job at Tesla. About 3 years in. 3 years in. 3 years in. I'll just repeat that again. 3 years in. She was fired, she said, after complaining that black workers were frequently called the N-word on the assembly line. So she put up with it for 3 years and then complained. Okay. Coincidentally, at the same time as when Elon announced that he was moving production to Texas. It's all coincidence. Life's entirely coincidences. A former refinery worker couldn't wait to get into green energy. I don't want to read all of this fucking stupid gay shit. Holy shit. They're really going hard here. She said she soon found herself and other black workers assigned to the most arduous task in the corner of the factory. Her co-workers called the plantation. Are you fucking kidding me? It's like fucking meme racism. An army veteran was promoted to a fleet manager job. He said he was fired after he complained that his boss called him and his 2 black workers. I don't think the YouTube algorithm will like me saying that, but I'll highlight it. You can read it. Okay. So we don't need to read much further to go, this is all made up nonsense, right? Like, none of that is real. Because people don't behave as though they're in a 1970s comedy. You're going to be racist. They're not going to do it that way. Twitter is a representative of actual people's actual opinions and hasn't been for at least 5 years now. Correct. Well, it hasn't ever been. Ever been a representative of anybody's opinions. It's online. Online, like, this is what a lot of these fucking idiots, like here, like this fucking idiot, is like, has made up a story that is believable on an internet forum. But I can guarantee you, life does not work like that. You can't just do that in real life. Because it doesn't matter whether you're racist. And, like, everybody would go, what the fuck are you saying? What are you doing, brother? Like, if you just started going, oh, look at these N-words. And you'd be like, what are you talking about? You're a fucking idiot. Fuck off. Because that's how life is nowadays. You can't. I mean, I wouldn't take the side of the person going, oh, yeah, I hate these people. And you're like, well, why? You can't really say that. It's like, it doesn't happen. It does not happen in real life. That's the thing. So they've made up something that is believable that would happen maybe on Twitter, but it doesn't happen in real life. None of this happens. But here we go. Eli Mistel. I don't know who this person is at all. Never heard of him, but he looks like Don King, so he looks kind of cool. He looks like a soy Don King. Like, so he's like Don King if he was a homosexual. I assume Elon Musk will use his influence on the Twitter board to argue that hashtag Black Twitter should be offset from white Twitter. He'll call it normal Twitter. And then he'll only give white Twitter the edit function. Sad face. Aww. What? These people are just, again, it's just saying the dumbest shit to get all of their fucking, to get as many people, or any of the dumbest people in their audience, angry. It's like, for real, it do be like that though. And it's like, oh, I'll give him $1. I'll give him $1. And that's all they want. It's like, oh, my Cash App is blah, blah, blah. And you're like, it's a fucking grift. And then here we go. We've got the biggest scam of them all. Black Lives Matter. And it's like, which is, I don't know if anybody's been following the Black Lives Matter scam, but that's getting more stupid. They're just laundering money, very, very obviously laundering money now. By now, it should be clear to even the most obtuse that letting oligarchs accumulate wealth, and power without limits is a direct threat to democracy and civilization. Oh, is it? Is it? You have to hand it to Elon Musk. He made all these billions so that he could save humanity by going to Mars and checks notes, buy himself Twitter in order to be able to shitpost Nazi memes without restraint. Now, where is this? Letting oligarchs accumulate wealth and power without limit. Inside the luxurious £6 million LA mansion, complete with a pool, outdoor fireplace, butler's pantry, and film studio, purchased with Black Lives Matter donations. 4 months before charity disclosed its finances for the first time. Maybe don't throw stones when you're standing in a glass mansion. And then, where's the other one? I've lost that one. Bought mansion, sold it to sister. Oh, God damn it. No, but following on from this, I don't know whether this is the same story, but somebody bought a mansion for £3 million. Their sister bought a mansion for £3 million of their own money. Well, loan. They got, and then I think this is a mansion, because this is also laundered money. And this £6 million was spent buying that mansion that they bought for $3 million only like a couple of weeks before. So they laundered the money. And they got £3 million in cash. So they got a mansion for £3 million, sold it for £6 million to each other, and then got £3 million quid to spend off the Black Lives Matter donations. But tell me again that it should be letting people accumulate wealth and power without limits is a direct threat to democracy and civilization. While you're all committing crime, Black Lives Matter. Just an investment, bro. Here's this guy. I have heard of him, but I don't know what he does. I know that he spags out a lot, but he's like, oh, for fuck's sake. He's in like little soy. Bit soy. It's all very soy. Looking forward to another billionaire helping encourage fascism and further undermine democracy because he got his knickers in a twist about a few of his tweets being received poorly. I don't think that's what happened. I think that fucking woman who looks like a man, who also pretends to be a red Indian, lied about him quite a bit, and he ratioed her. What's her name? Elizabeth Warren, that's it. The one who... The Pocahontas woman. She said he didn't pay any taxes and he's the #1 taxpayer in the entirety of the United States. So, yeah, I think he probably wasn't that impressed with that. But again, I don't know who these people are. I don't know how they're getting verified. But now we just have like a load of people just going, Elon Musk is a white supremacist, fascist, capitalist, imperialist, colonizer. But so are you. If you exist in America, you're a colonizer and you're not black. You're a colonizer. Actually, no, if you are black, you're a colonizer because you didn't. Black people aren't native to America. So if you're anything other than a Native American, you're a colonizer and a fascist. I don't care what anyone says, it's a fact. Elon Musk is a white supremacist dickhead. Elon Musk's massive share purchase should terrify anyone who isn't white supremacist. This just constant losing their mind. Hey, racist scum Elon, pay some taxes, you POSC. That's probably why he was a little bit annoyed, because, like, all these idiots believe people. And it's just, Elon Musk is a piece of shit human. He thinks extremism and hate are free speech. They are. I mean, I will sit there and laugh at people defending that don't say gay grooming bill. I find it hilarious that they'll go that far. But it's free speech. They're allowed to say it. They're allowed to do whatever they want. As long as they're not committing any crime. They can even say they want to fuck kids because they're not committing any crime at that point, as far as I'm aware, unless it's different in America. You can say that stupid shit, and everybody could probably give you a beating for it, which would be funny and deserved. But you're still allowed to say it without getting arrested. I don't care. That is how it works. That's how the whole concept of free speech is you're protecting the speech you hate the most. Not the speech you like, the speech you hate the most is what you are protecting. Yeah, BAM, they just use the same rhetoric over and over and over and over. It's almost like they're programmed NPCs, isn't it? like, I know my videos go, reference NPCs a lot, but I'm not joking. People think it's a joke. It's not a joke. They're all programmable little NPCs. They're all doing as they're told, doing all the things that they've been told to think. And the funny thing is, if you met them in person and they started saying shit like this to you, you just go, why? Because I've encountered these people before. Like, when I used to live in London, you get a lot of these woke, retarded people. And it's they start saying shit like this, and it's like, why? And they can't explain it. They're just like, well, just because it is. And you're like, all right, explain why. And it's like, especially when they start saying why people are white supremacists, and you're like, why are they? And they go, well, they are. And you're like, okay, tell me why. And they're like, oh, they don't know how to answer because nobody ever answers because they just sit in their own little circles and they go, oh, yeah, he is, yeah. And they nod and they fucking tap each other on the back and go, oh, well done. And then when somebody goes, why? And they cannot answer it because they haven't been given the answer to the question. They've only been given the outrage points. What game are these NPCs from? Oblivion. Judging by the look of some of these fucking freaks. NPCs should not be allowed to vote. NPCs flip the democracy on its enemy. Yeah, but these are the majority of people. It's like the vast majority of people who they're all like this. Most of your family is like this. It's like virtually all of my family. COVID really showed me that like all of my family are like, oh, you're all fucking idiots. I see. But most people have a complete lack of, although they can think for themselves in certain ways. They're surprisingly unable to think unless a politician explains it, unless a politician states it. And it's like, well, that's a bit of an odd. Why don't you just learn what these things mean, and then you could have your own opinion? It'd be more fun that way, wouldn't it? Like, NPCs are people we used to call gay. Yeah, probably. Yeah, NPC is a better word for them though. Gay is funnier because gay was just like the worst insult you could possibly say to somebody when I was at school. And like you can call them anything, but like, I mean, if you went, well, stop being gay. It's like it's an insult. It's quite a bad insult when you're at school. And I'm sure it's still the same way in normal schools. because kids understand these things. I'm not going to go too far into that because this is a monetized channel on YouTube, but not that I have anything particularly. I don't give a shit about gay people, but that was like the most insulting insult you could say. One day idiots got the vote, and we've been going, no, women got the vote. That's the exact moment of when society started catapulting down a hill. Sorry, any women watching, but it's true. Although that was a joke for YouTube purposes. I don't really mean that. But there is a direct correlation if you wanted to look into it. Because everything's done with emotion now. It's all fucking emotion. And it's like, we don't... Men do not give a fuck about emotions. And women, their entire life is built around emotions. No, there's never any thinking involved. It's all emotion, all the time. I saw this thread as well. I was talking about schools. There's this guy on Twitter, and he's pretty cool, Crab Crawler. I don't know if anybody follows him, but you should, because he's interested, and he posts a lot of stuff about news. And he was talking about this earlier, and it's like, so there's really a debate surrounding the phrase groomer because of the Florida bill. People have completely forgotten that teachers sexually abuse kids, sir. And he's correct. They do. Let me remind you with a thread of stories. Now, I'll preface this. Is like, there was a large survey done. I think there was one done in America, and there was one done in England as well. And they both had the same result. But they were done a couple of years apart. And 1 in 10 children at school is sexually abused by the teacher. So you have a 1 out of 10 chance that your kid is getting diddled by the teacher. Because 10% of teachers are pedophiles. Minimum. They're the ones who get caught. Remember that. Because crime statistics are all false. Because they only record the people who get caught. And the people who don't get caught vastly outnumber the people who get caught. Because the people who get caught are the stupid ones. Like, it's like they talk about drug busts, and you're like, oh wow, look, we found this ton of cocaine. Oh wow, 500 tons got past you though that same day. You fucking idiots. So it's like, So that's a scary thought. So here we go. We got all of these, obviously, totally organic. Search results from Google where they just use. Top news is what conservatives really mean by groomer. Pedophile. That's what we mean. Weird pedophile. Oh, weird. Actually, I don't. I mean weird groomer who is wanting to groom people into either touching children or making them a Black Lives Matter activist. Like, that's what I think. Our disguises for homophobia. This is the other thing that's so wild. Right-wing groomer panic and Ron DeSantis is don't say gay in Florida. Disguises for homophobia. And it's like, somebody in my comment said the other day as well, isn't it fucking weird that they banned this that they enacted this anti-grooming bill, and immediately, pardon me, I squeaked there, and immediately the alphabet people immediately said, "Why are you calling us pedophiles?" And you're like, "Well, we weren't, but now I think you might be." And it's like, why are these? This is how stupid this is looking. Like, why are they calling themselves pedophiles? I don't really understand why they're doing this. Yeah, 1 out of 10, it is true. I could probably find it and post it somewhere. I don't think I'll be able to find it now, especially not with Google's fucked up search result. Let me try and find it. One out of 10 children are molested at school. Okay, there's this one here. Yeah, research. This one. I can't open it. It's a PDF. We got this. About 1 out of 10 children will be sexually abused before their 18th birthday. Churches, schools, and youth sports league. There was a more detailed one though that I can't remember where it was, but I remember it being on the news and just thinking, fucking hell. Disney goes groomer. That's another thing that's really pissing them off because they really like Disney, don't they? Democrats party groomers. But here we are. Here's teachers. Middle school teacher arrested for attempting to have sex with 12-year-old. Elementary school teacher arrested for soliciting traveling to meet 2-year-old. What? Now, why is a man an elementary school teacher? I mean, that's the creepiest shit I've ever seen. I've never seen. There was no men at my primary school. That's what they call it. I don't think I've ever seen a man teach little kids. It's a feminine job. Teacher judge wanting to spend time alone with her for sex at a hotel. I don't know. He's accused of using a computer to seduce or solicit a child. How did he think a 2-year-old was typing on a computer? Then again, is the teacher dumbest people in the world? And there's another one. 3 counts of sexual battery against a 14-year-old. 40-year-old teacher sending nudes to 16-year-old. Florida teacher expressing love for 13-year-old. Blah, blah, blah. Teacher accused of molesting 12-year-old. So teachers are bad people. I'm not saying all teachers are bad people. I'm just saying all teachers are bad people. All of them. Yeah, I don't really understand the 2-year-old one. Let's go back to the 2-year-old. Let's see what it says here. Say a teacher will be charged with soliciting a 2-year-old girl wanting to spend time alone with her for sex at a hotel in Lantana. The new information is revealed in the arrest report for Xavier Dante Alexander, the 27-year-old teacher from Grove Park Elementary School in Palm Beach Gardens. Deputies arrested him last week on obscene communication charges. He's accused of using a computer to seduce or solicit a child and traveling to meet up with a child. Well, that's one dumb motherfucker. Because the police officer has gone, I just sat there in the chat room and he's gone, how old are you? He goes, I'm 2 years old. And they're like, oh, hi. And he believed it. Oh. Let's have a look. Let's try and fucking find out. I'll just Google the headline. Just spend teacher wanted. Well, there goes my Google history. Here we go. Right. How did he get caught? Because he can't be that dumb. I mean, I know he's a teacher, so he's stupid, but Jesus Christ. It's a fucking Sinclair Broadcast Group website, so it takes about 10 hours for you to accept the cookies. Yeah, okay. Okay, so according to the arrest report, a man with a 2-year-old daughter. Oh, okay. A man with a 2-year-old daughter put up an ad on Craigslist on March 26th for someone to share the cost of a hotel room with him. The father told investigators he and his daughter needed a place to stay until he moved into a new home on April 1st. No weirdos or drugs, please. 420 friendly. What a great dad. Investigations said the father received a text. Oh, okay, so he's not that bad a dad. The text message that same day from a man named Matthew who inquired about the hotel room. Father said he received a text message on the suspect which read, "So would it be just you, me, and her?" And he said yes. A short time later, the father received another text message which said, "Also, would I ever be alone with your daughter?" Father replied, "No." The father said the suspect sent another text which read, "Ah, well, I think I'll go elsewhere. Good luck." Holy shit. At that moment, the father contacted the sheriff's office. The sheriff's office said a deputy posing as the father started up a conversation with the suspect. Deputy, you're not going to hurt her, right? She's young. Suspect, no, I won't hurt her. I just want to know what your plans are so I know. Just spend time alone with her. No problem, I'm fine with it. Cool, what time are you free tomorrow? I've done some things with her before, so she's been there before. You'll at least wear a condom, right? I want to know she's safe. Holy shit, yes I will. Okay, no problem. It's 6 p.m. Cool. That works. Let me know which hotel at 8 o'clock. Jesus fucking Christ. Well, I feel dirty now. Holy shit. Wow, people are really fucking retarded, aren't they? Like, how can you be this fucking dumb? How can you be a pedophile? But also, how can you be that stupid? I just don't understand. But that's a teacher for you. It used to be a very respectable job back in the day for women, and well, I suppose it was a respectful job, but now it's been hijacked, hasn't it, by all these fucking weirdos. Yeah, that's fucking. There's not many things that shock me. That kind of horrified me. It's like, what the fuck? Why? What? Why would you do that? But why would you do it that brazenly as well? I mean, wouldn't you like not immediately trust? Like, it's like, oh well, I've texted this guy 3 or 4 times. I 100% trust him that I'm going to tell him stuff that's going to get me life imprisonment. I'll just tell him everything I know. You're like, what the fuck? Why? Jesus Christ. Apparently, if you say save the children, you're associated with the ghost of Q. I miss those guys. I miss Q. I really do miss Q. I wonder how they're doing at the moment. Let's check them out while we're talking about them. By the way, this is where you can find them. By the way, GreatAwakening.win. It used to be one of my favorite websites. It's not as funny as anymore. After January the 11th wasn't. I mean, it could have never gone any. It could have never got any more funny when they thought everybody was about to get arrested, and it didn't happen. It was just like, oh no. I mean, sometimes they still. So many movies, so many. I love this bit, where they got so many. Oh, what? Yeah, there's nothing going on anymore. That's the problem with it. Q's dead now. Let's see what else Crabcrawler's been posting. Fuck it. This is another thing why you should follow him, because he has stamina on Twitter. He just posts and posts and posts and posts examples of shit. 63-year-old teacher Leslie Wolf accused of molesting 12-year-olds. I think I've done that one. 27-year-old Jossie Jr. called her on accused of inappropriate touching 15-year-old during chess club meeting. 27-year-old Sunday school teacher. Yep. So we get the idea that they're all total fucking pedophiles. All of them. To be fair, let me see if I can say your name. Malakophile. To be fair, I have a lot of bitter resentment towards the American school system. I have a lot of bitter resentment towards the English school system because it fucking wasted years of my life. It's like I learned absolutely fucking nothing. And it's like, what a waste of time. I mean, it's kind of fun, to be honest. So, it's still a waste of time, though. Total fucking waste. Nothing is transferable, what you learn. Nothing. You do hear us now. This is the first drink I've had in a month. I've been extremely busy with work, which is now finished. No more of doing that anymore. Yeah, once all these teachers get out of jail, they just go work at Disney. They're calling. Disney is a company that I understand why they have pedophiles, though. Because their job requirements are fucking weird. Well, anyway, at least on the customer-facing ones, you have to be super into Disney, don't you? Like, really. And if you're an adult who's into Disney, you're a pedophile. I don't give a fuck like about what you try and justify yourself. It's like, why are you in? I don't understand why people are into children's things when you're an adult. Give you a break if it's Star Wars, maybe. Even that's semi-retarded, but anything else, it's like, no, stop it. You're an adult. And it's so we have a full fucking generation who are just locked into their childhood because something fucking happened, and they can't move on. I didn't learn any math. I figured that out for myself what I needed to know because they don't teach you shit about math. They teach you stupid shit. Like, we spent nearly a month on algebra. And it's like, who fucking cares about algebra? I've never, ever used algebra in my life. They didn't teach me how to use spreadsheets, this guy. Didn't teach me how to fucking do accounts. Didn't teach me any of that. It's like, they didn't even teach me the basics of it. Because my mum and dad taught me how to add up before I started school. Yeah, infantilized. That's what they are. And this is what's happening. This is all of these fucking weirdos. All into Disney. All into grooming kids. All into got real high stakes case into sort of like why it's so racist and bigoted that they can't chop your son's penis off for some reason. I don't really understand what kind of horrific things you must have gone through in your life to come to this. To be like, well, I need to be able to make your son transition. And it's like, okay. But again, this is another account. Libs of TikTok. Anybody who's on Twitter should be following this because it's fucking funny. I think it's going a little bit over the top with the outrage shit, though. I think they're moving further into the grift as well. Because it was just about TikTok shit, and now it's using all this, like, now it's, I don't know. Because they've posted some false things as well, some things that are wrong. And they've got the mob to, like, harass people incorrectly, which they have not apologized for. which is just the same as what the other people do. So I just don't. I don't know. Well, I don't really care, but at the same time, it's still sort of like, don't try and be all high and mighty if you're gonna fucking point your mob at people and not do the proper research. See, this has got nothing to do with anything like that. Let's see what this teacher's got to say. So I love watching these. These people are deranged, like truly deranged. I'll show you another
Homophobia
one.
is basically the belief that there's something bad about gay people or queerness. Like, if you think there's something bad about it, you are homophobic. That's literally what it is. It's that simple. And a lot of people will be like, well, I'm not homophobic. I just don't want to talk about it, or I think it should stay private. And it's like, no, that's homophobic too, because
it's not.
You still think there's something there that isn't appropriate or that we shouldn't be sharing or talking about.
Yeah, I don't want to hear my friends tell me about how much they smashed their chick last night either. I don't really give a fuck. I certainly don't want you to tell me about your boyfriend.
And even this idea that we can't talk about sex with kids. It's like, first of all, we probably can. Our society is
okay.
just way too uptight about it. We give them toy guns, but we can't explain what sex is. Okay. And number two, I don't even think we need to talk about sex to be talking about queerness. So you could still be talking about queerness without talking about sex. It's all just very homophobic. You're just being very homophobic. That's it. And it's because you don't like queerness.
I don't like you. I don't care about gay people. I just don't like you. It's a mental disorder. Yes. Now let's see another this certain person. This person was that person can wait, but you better not delete this one. Oh yeah, watch this one. This is fucking creepy as fuck. Fish self. It's also cringe. I don't understand why do they have to be so cringe? Here we are. Here's this guy.
Also, the don't
with his fucking cool his cool t-shirt. Look at him. This is Captain Pedophile. This is the king of the pedophiles. There is no chance this man is not having sex with children. There's literally zero.
say gay bill is actually also the don't say straight bill.
Here's a section if you wanted to pause and screenshot.
Because of Florida's choice to keep things vague, so there's a big umbrella of which to discriminate, they also included straight people. So these are the straight things that you won't be able to talk about in Florida schools when this is enacted. Gender signs need to be taken off all of the bathroom doors. You cannot line up kids in girl rows and boy rows. You cannot talk about traditional families or a family with a man and a woman because that's heterosexuality. And I don't want y'all to talk about that in school. You won't be able to celebrate Mother's Day or Father's Day in school. You won't be able to celebrate Christmas in school. I don't know what orientation the Immaculate Conception was, but I don't want my child subjected to that. What other examples of heterosexuality prevalent in K through third grade can y'all come up with? Let me know in the comments. The don't say.
So they are all demented. They're all fucking completely fucking demented. It's amazing. It's just so funny. And we go up here and we'll find this other woman. I didn't listen to it. I just saw
blind react to this.
Oh, it's a man. Well, I assume it's a man. or a very ugly woman. But they're all very ugly, and they all have very... But here we go. I don't know. I don't know if that's a man or a woman. I couldn't tell. No, and that's not a compliment.
Cis women, please blind react to this. Don't worry, this isn't a gotcha. I just want you to see something. Put a finger down for every statement that you can relate to or have ever related to. A lot of clothes in normal shopping centers don't fit me. My pockets are super small. I feel like I have to maintain a level of femininity to be accepted. I feel like I have to maintain a certain body type to be accepted. I get shamed when I express any sort of sexual desire. I feel like I can't get angry without being judged for it. I feel like I'm not taken seriously in the workplace.
Well, look at you.
I've been spoken down to at work in ways that my male peers haven't been. Yeah. I'm concerned about how my hormone levels are affecting my general health, especially my reproductive health. I have cried to a Taylor Swift song. If you put any fingers down, that means you can relate to the problems of trans feminine people. We're not so different, you and I. Your liberation is my liberation, and vice versa. We're in this together. Cis.
Oh my god. I don't know what this is. I don't know whether this is an extremely ugly woman or a trans man. I don't know. I just don't know. But that's just so cringe. They're all so weird. It's a whole level of weird. It's like it to the point where you start to think, well, you watch enough of them and you think, right, this is all an act. All of these people are actors. But then you go on TikTok every night, sometimes download the app to have a look and go, where are they getting these from? And you find them and it's like, oh no, there's hundreds of thousands of these people. And you're like, oh my God. Somebody is paying a lot of money in acting fees if these are all actors. So I assume these are real. That's a little kid. I don't want to laugh at him because he's just mentally ill. That was way too creepy. No, I want more funny ones. Oh yeah, this. Look, they're all disgusting. Like they're all absolutely
a drag
fucking
king,
revolting.
and as a so because I've been getting this question a lot lately, I am going to use this space to answer it.
Oh wow!
And that is, as a preschool teacher, a
eating.
drag king, and as a member of the LGBTQ community, how do I feel about the new legislations for like the Don't Say Gay bill or the reporting of transgender kids? And while I don't see things like that too much in preschool, my opinion on it is that I don't care what the government tells me to do. I am going to do what I think is best for the health,
which is eat,
and safety. And that includes mental health and safety and emotional health and safety of my kids. I will never let any child come through my classroom feeling unloved or ashamed for who they are.
I will never let any child come through my class because I'll eat them. Well, I assume this woman got fired pretty quick because you do hear stories about they all get fired after posting TikTok saying this. God damn it. This guy's. I mean, I know a lot of people said that, like, this isn't. Like, this person's also wrong. Because he's a fucking creepy motherfucker, right? I'll say this. But they're posting this in the context of that Don't Say Gay bill. And, like, he hasn't broken those rules. So, like, this account should stick to the point. But he is a creepy motherfucker, I agree. But in the context of this, what he did is kind of alright, but not really because of the way he's so happy about it. You'll see in a minute what I mean.
I ended up telling my students that I was gay. And how it came up was one of the students. I was like, my mom thinks that you're gay because of your voice. And I'm like, maybe, maybe not. So they were asking me if I was, because I kind of alluded that I was. So I kind of let them wonder and ponder on it. And I have like, like the LGBT promotional, like, this is a safe community kind of stuff, the rainbow stuff all up in my room. And I told them, I'm like, if you look around the room, that should give you an answer to your question. So I did officially tell them. They, of course, went berserk. So instead of teaching social studies today, they just asked me a whole bunch of questions about being gay. So I think it was pretty well.
A lot of people are saying, oh, no, that doesn't break the don't say gay rules, because they asked him, and the whole point of it, he shouldn't teach them. So they were asking a question. So he hasn't broken any rules. So he shouldn't be fired for that. What he should be fired for is being so pleased at being affirmed by fifth graders. What's fifth graders? We don't call them fifth graders in my country. Is that's 7-year-olds in it? I think. Well, BAM, no, you said no, they didn't ask him, but I'll take him at his word for it. If he did say that, I'll just take him at face value and say, okay, if they did ask, because if I had a teacher like that, I mean, gay people didn't really exist when I was young, so but if I was a kid, I'd be asked, are you gay? Like, one of the first things I would ask is, and everybody I know who went to school with me would go, are you gay? Like, because kids are kind of cruel, and we would try and bully him for it. Why are there so many gay teachers and trans teachers? Because they can't do anything else. Because they spent their entire education years making that their entire personality, and they haven't done anything. And they've also all done a liberal arts degree. All of them have done these pointless degrees, which means they can't fucking do anything. They're stuck. So now you have a surplus of these fucking morons who should not be anywhere near kids, really, because I don't know if he's a pedophile. He appears to be somebody I wouldn't want around my children because of the glee he takes with, like, oh, they noticed me. It's like, oh, they noticed me type thing. It's like, they're fucking 7 years old, buddy. Who fucking cares? They're not much further. They don't have the more developed brains than a dog at that stage, really. I mean, they do a little bit, but, like, not really. And, like, why do you give a fuck about their opinion? Just teach them math badly. I don't really know about him. Yeah, this is weird as well. Why are they painting? Why are they doing this? Like painting school walls. Very bizarre. Yeah, they constantly do need validation. Even from 10-year-olds. Correct. And this is then, I don't know whether this leads them to being pedophiles. But it probably does, because it's such a childlike attitude to have. Where it's like they're going to fall in love with the child. Because why would you seek validation from a child? You have to have something severely mentally wrong with you to think that. I mean, I couldn't care less about what a child thought of me. If there's a child around me, it's going to do what I say, or it's going to fuck off. And it's like, I mean, that's not being mean. It's a fucking child. It's like, you don't, and they're lovely and whatnot, but you don't go, oh, do you like me, child? And then cry if you don't like, and if they say no, and you're like, oh, okay, shit, fuck off then. Oh, she looks mad. I haven't seen her before, but I do want to listen to her.
I just wanted to get on here to pow, 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 pow.
Pow, pow, pow.
Hi, everyone.
Insane.
I just wanted to get on here to say happy Visibility Day to my trans, queer, and non-binary family.
Unbearable.
I feel so honored to be able to celebrate this day. My name's Lavender Lou. In my mid-20s, I am currently, posted up in some stolen Multnomah lands. I identify as two-spirit and have my relationship with my divine masculine and my divine feminine are very omnipresent every single day. I have very much an embodiment of male and female energy that doesn't sway. To all my other trans family, I want you to know that I see you, that I love you, that this universe is undergoing an immense reconstruction right now, but that we've got this. As long as we continue to stand together and to stand in our truths, we've got this. If you are queerphobic, transphobic, xenophobic, go educate yourself. If you don't want to educate yourself, go be an idiot with the rest of the idiots in the world. But I can promise you that your lack of education is harming you and harming your ability to connect with yourself. Your true self.
Oh man, she hurt my head. Why are they always 5 out of 10s? You never see 10 out of 10s doing this, do you? I think that's the most telling thing about the entire thing. All of them are fucking ugly. They've got horrendous mental illness. They're bad face. Like, that is probably a reasonable body, but destroyed by tattoos. And she's got the biggest sign of mental illness when we fast forward a little bit. But there we go. Oh no, where are we? There we go. Look. Basically permanently colored in her arm. That is the biggest sign of mental illness in a woman you can possibly see, with those fucking sleeve tattoos that are just blue. You're like, okay. Educate yourself, okay? But none of them are hot, are they? I don't know whether that's just a coincidence. She was the best looking one so far. But it'll still take... Well, I'm 3 beers in. I maybe need another 10 or 10. Because the voice is too... Oh, here we go. Teacher explains how she sneaks in her LGBTQ activism while hiding it from parents.
Specifically queer students in your classroom.
Here we go.
So there was an interesting comment on my classroom decor video about how parents might complain, and there's actually a way to be really sneaky about supporting specifically queer students in your classroom, and I want to show you it. So historically, the pink triangle was actually used in concentration camps to identify gay women and also people who were asexual, and now it's been co-opted by the queer community to be a symbol of a safe space. Dropping a pink triangle somewhere in your room makes a huge difference because kids look for that, especially in places, especially in high school spaces. Kids will look for that. And so that's kind of a sneaky way to show your support if you're in an area that you might get some pushback on, but still want to make sure that you have things up that make your space inclusive.
It's just retardation at this stage, is it not? They didn't do that in concentration camps. They didn't give a fuck whether women were gay. And also in those days, women did not come out as gay. And women certainly did not come out. No, did not come out as asexual in the 1940s. They just go, what the fuck? Shut up. They would not care about any of that. Wearing an S, yep, educating. But kids don't look for that either. Mentally ill kids do, who these people are broken. Oh, okay, let's see this one. Okay. Black people Twitter. TikTok. Yeah, they're kind of weird people. But they're a great rabbit hole to dive down because the amount of mental illness is so fucking weird. It's just all so fucking weird. They just... I may be tired, but I'm out here... And she looks like a fucking dump truck. I may be tired, but I'm out here doing my best on Trans Day of Visibility. Don't worry, everybody can see you, darling. And what received, what are your words? A book about pronouns by Bibliagato from Less Prejudice, just in time to share its message with my students today. 5-year-olds, by the way. Why? Why are they so obsessed with doing this? Oh, went protected immediately. Texas school band director is facing 17 indecency-related charges, making dozens of students go into the bathroom with him while performing sexual acts on himself. They're not even trying to fucking be like, what the fuck? Not even trying to fucking hide it. I remember this one. This one's great.
This new bill has...
Fat,
as an elementary school teacher in Florida,
looks like a pineapple.
This new bill has really been weighing on me a lot. I teach first grade, which means my classroom is one of the ones that will be directly affected. For those of you who haven't been in the classroom a while, one of the things that teachers always do at back to school night and meet the teacher and things like that is they like send home this cute little like meet the teacher thing where it has like a little bio about us, some of our favorite stuff, just so that you know who we are. How do I do that next year? Do I lie and not talk about my marriage? Do I pretend I'm single? Do I invalidate my spouse's stance as a trans femme person? Or do I put my job on the line to introduce myself? What am I supposed to do?
Kill yourself. Please.
I don't know.
Stop eating. Stop eating would be the best idea. Well, no. My first idea was the best. Oh my god, I'm gonna cry because the 3-year-olds that I teach won't know that I'm fucking a trans person. Because they need to know, god damn it. How can I survive without them knowing about every moment of my sexual activity? I don't understand why this is a thing. But it sure is funny to watch. Oh yeah, this was creepy.
Classrooms. Specifically, it makes me very angry when people don't want to talk about gender and sexuality in classrooms. Specifically for the reasons that students won't understand. Because in my experience with teaching, that is never the case. I'm a non-binary teacher.
They
and
all
I
look the same.
Title mix. And today I had 12 new students, and I just go, "Hi, my name is Mix Murphy Q. I use mix instead of miss. It's a little bit different, but I'm still."
But I have to seek attention in some way.
And they got it right away.
Yeah, they knew you were a retard. And it was like, oh right, this is retarded. We'll call her that because she's retarded and bigger than her.
It confuses me when people use that excuse that children won't understand because students are very intelligent and they're learning all day.
No, they're not.
It's not hard for them to learn a different type of title. It makes me very angry when people don't want to talk about gender and sexuality.
And we could go through all of these for a long time. It's honestly one of my favorite accounts because it's just they all look exactly the same. They all say exactly the same things. No, it's TV. TV's gay. I'm allowed to say gay. Oh yeah, this is a really weird woman.
I just want to go ahead and state
Another
that I
fat,
would rather
ugly
lose my job than out one of my students to their families. Being a safe person and a safe place for kids that don't have that at home is one of the best parts of being a teacher. So yeah, I'm not doing it. I don't know. Fire me, sue me, take me to jail.
Okay,
I'm not doing
you
it.
will be.
I just want to go ahead and state that I would rather.
So I think they're kind of misunderstanding what a teacher is. I mean, I don't think these people have any friends. That's one of my theories about it. I don't think these teachers actually have any friends at all, and they think their students are their friends somehow. I think that's what's happening. And they're women, so they're not that bright. Come on. Like, some of them are gay men, but they're just fucking nuts. Oh, he looks cool, doesn't he? Elementary school teacher arrested for attempted rape of a child. Of course he looks like this. Alright, here we go.
Important things to remember. Not everyone who has a period.
My dilator's out, boys. Get those dilators out.
Important things to remember. Not everyone who has a period is a woman, and not every woman has a period. Period. Accept it, move on. It's good advice. But also, to my fellow trans women out there, you should never try to shame a woman with a period into being grateful if they have one by saying something like, "You're so lucky. If I were you, I'd be so happy." You're not them. You don't have a right to speak for them, and it's not your job. But also, cis women, please stop telling trans women or women without periods in general if they're lucky they don't have to deal with it. That is really insensitive and cruel in some cases. Let's just all agree.
Why? Because you want one.
To be civil and polite about this and
that is civil and polite.
Tackle that kind of conversation with grace and not make it some snide remark.
That's not a snide remark.
Cool. But everyone, you should make sure that you're comfortable kind of saying the word period out loud and being in a conversation about periods because it's a perfectly normal thing.
This is someone who has a fetish about periods. You should want to talk to me about periods because I want to talk to you about them.
And the taboo that society has on it is ridiculous. Important things to remember. Not everyone.
There is no taboo in society, buddy. We just don't want to talk to you about that. I'll listen to my partner fucking. Well, I have to listen to her go on about it quite a lot. I just would never. I would find you talking about it revolting. I don't want to be rude, but I would. That simple. Why the hell would you? I don't know, but they do. I mean, I don't know if you've ever heard of Jessica Yaniv. She's like a trans woman. Used to be called Jonathan Yaniv. Real weird fucking weirdo. Used to got banned from Facebook for just messaging mothers in the chat talking about their young children, like, what happens when they get their period and stuff like that. And it's like thousands and thousands of messages. A lot of trans people seem to have some kind of fetish about having a period. I don't know why. I can't really put myself into that mindset, to be quite honest, but they do. And that's not being cruel to them. I'm not saying all of them do, because I know a couple of them, and they're fucking perfectly normal, and they just want to be left alone. But, like, they're not like these people that you find on. That's the thing, but, like, the most people that you know, they're not anything like these people online. These people are... There's a problem with these people online. The one thing, they are freaks. And they're making themselves freaks. And I'm not just talking about him. I'm talking about these fat fucking heifers here. And it's like, they don't have any friends. I don't think they have any friends or any social circles. So their only thing to do is go online and be completely unbearable and show why they don't have any friends. So I think I think the teaching community has been infiltrated by these people. Yes, the wax my balls guy. He's going to jail as well. He won that as well. He won this suing loads of people. They had to close down their business. All the Vietnamese illegal immigrants. Yeah, but he is going to jail, and also his vagina fell apart. So everything's gone horribly wrong for Jonathan Yaniv. Imagine being able to say that sentence and being true. Oh, hell yeah. Well, let's have a fucking look at this
himself
one.
And they, them, theirs, themselves. My pronouns. So, of course, we have he, him, his, himself, and they, them, theirs, themselves.
Oh,
and then we also have void, void self, end, ender, enders, ender self, death, deaths, death self, pixel, pickles, pixel, pixel self, vial. My pronouns. So, of course, we have
attention. It's just attention. I know a lot of people say anime has fucked us all up, and I don't think it has, because, like, I've been watching some anime recently, because a lot of people have been saying, like a lot of people have been saying, oh, it's quite good, and it's like, you should watch it. I've been watching that One Piece and, what's it called, Cowboy Bebop, all the starter ones, basically. And it's like, anime seems to be fairly based. Because a lot of people are saying anime has there is a fucking shitload of people, and I say this because you can see it's an anime T-shirt, and it's like a shitload of people are saying if anime didn't exist, none of this would exist, and it's like I don't agree, because anime is like, it appears to be an extremely based form of entertainment. All the women have huge tits and are extremely feminine, and all the men want to have sex with them. I don't see why. I don't really understand why the people, unless I'm missing a lot of anime and like there's a lot of trans stuff in anime. But I can't see that being the case, because Japanese people don't even accept gay people. They fucking hate gay people, and it's like they won't. They certainly won't like trans people. Well, there is that might not be weak and impressionable, but I don't see where they could get the cues from, because I've been watching some of it, and it's kind of cool, because I've run out of stuff to watch, like, I actually don't like most of Western media anymore. It seems to is a lot of it, like all the modern stuff is it's fucking terrible. It's like art degree people have gone there without they don't even understand how to make programs anymore. When you watch Netflix nowadays, but the anime stuff's quite good, and it's like I don't really understand where that viewpoint is coming from. Because I know all of them like anime, but I don't think that's where it's coming from. No update on Claire Goodyear. Godspeed. Still in jail. Yeah, Castlevania is supposed to be real good. I have downloaded that. I've got that the other day, so I'm going to watch that. But it's so long. It's like One Piece. It's fucking 11 series long. Yeah, there's something, yeah. Yeah, that's probably true. They do seem to be very entitled. They deserve to have whatever they want to experience. But why did they want to experience this shit? It's fucking weird. Like, I don't understand. He does, actually. Yes, me. 04120. Vampire Hunter D. Yeah, that's right. Okay, yeah. Okay, I'm copy and pasting that because that was something that I wanted to watch, but I couldn't think of what it was. So I remember Vampire. Copy that. I also want to watch the Shenmue anime because I loved that fucking game when I had it on a Dreamcast. But I'm digressing here now. Because I'm not really that into anime. I don't really understand half of it, but I kind of I like the ones where it's I don't like watching it with English subtitles because Japanese. Because I don't know whether anyone's played the Yakuza games, but if you play the Yakuza games with the English dub, it's fucking terrible. If you play it with the Japanese, when people being dramatic in Japanese is fucking hilarious, even if you don't understand what they're saying. Let's watch a couple more of these, and then I'm gonna go and drink some more beers. Oh, here we go. Yeah, I remember this.
If you want to stop me, you're gonna have to fucking kill me! If you want to stop me, you're gonna have to...
Okay, Groomer. Moon Knight. No, I haven't. I'm gonna just type... Oh, fuck off, Google. I don't want you to open map just because I said Moon Knight. Oh, I know that. I've seen pictures of this. No, I need some more for my Pirate Bay collection. Sorry, I meant I meant a totally legitimate subscription to Crunchyroll. You had Amy. Is that the full thing? I already seen this one. No, I don't want to care. I don't care about black people going nuts over white people, and I just fucking don't care anymore. I got over that a year ago. Ah, the haircut. We've got to watch this because of the haircut. Look at our haircut. What? I might have to delete this stream. It's all very transphobic. What is a woman, though? Can anybody define a woman after seeing this picture? Okay, groomer. It actually worked. Yes, Rog, bro. It fucking... It works. Okay, groomer. Yeah, it did it again. Okay, everybody asks if they got an Android phone. Just say, okay, groomer. And Google fucking... But you gotta say it loud, because when I said it then, it didn't do it, but... Apparently it worked. Apparently Google understands it's a groomer. It's a bold choice, Jonathan. They're combining a bowl cut with a mullet, but... I don't know how it's working out for her, because I don't know what that looks like. Yeah, let's have
that comes with getting clocked by, like... So there's definitely a different gender euphoria that comes with getting clocked by, like, queer youth. There was this kid that walked by my workspace today and hadn't met them before, but we just started talking, and they were like, I think I really like you. And I was like, oh, thanks. I'm glad I make a good first impression. I hadn't gotten their name yet, so I asked, and then they asked my name. I said my name is Parker, and then they look at me and they're like, can I get your pronouns? Just got me right away. And I had my pronouns up on a whiteboard behind me, so I point at it, and they were like, oh, okay. And just so, like, clearly so excited. And so I...
So excited. Now, I'll tell you one thing. The moment I see 10 out of 10 lesbians, 10 out of 10 gay men, 10 out of... Well, I know 10 out of 10 trans people, but... Like, the moment I see 10 out of 10s all over the shop supporting this movement, I will believe it's a real thing. But until then, I'm sorry. I don't think this is real. This is just fucking ugly people who got bullied at school. Being fucking unbearable and showing why they got bullied at school. But I think that's enough of weirdos on the internet for now. Because I'm getting drunk now. And I need to get drunk here. She did look like the original Superman, actually. It is a cult. It's a cult for the fucking freaks and the degenerates who are outcasts of society. And they're trying to make it the norm. But because they're unbearable, it won't ever work. Because things like this only work when people have charm and charisma. And these people have none of that. I pirated it. Oh, Cowboy Bebop, the live action one. Yeah, I know. I'm not sure about Cowboy Bebop, the actual show, though, because it's like I'm only a few episodes in. It's like, is this it? Is it just a chase every week? It's like it's like an adult version of Wile E. Coyote. You know, is this what everybody was thinking was fucking great? You know, like, I don't know. Maybe it gets better, I don't know. It's okay. It's okay when you're drunk. It's nice, easy to watch. It's like when you're sober, it's sort of like, I kind of expect a little bit more to be happening here. But yeah, I'm going to drink quite heavily now, Bam. I have some whiskey in the cupboard. Oh, maybe we got one more. Maybe we got one more.
Ready for the reveal? Organ, and it is a wet specimen, and it is my uterus, plus the tubes as well. So, ready for the reveal?
Holy shit.
This is it. This is my uterus.
What?
She scrubbed off all the blood. that is my cervix. That's what a cervix looks like, y'all. And these little strings right here are my fallopian tubes. But this is my uterus. This is it compared to my head. This little thing causes so much problems for everybody. And I also got a LED plug-in LED stand with it. So it lights up different color and spins while it displays it, which is so cool. Remember, Oregon, and it.
Holy shit. Okay. I did not expect that. All right. Okay. I haven't got anything to say about that. I did not expect you to show me that. No. What? Like, and they're so fucking pleased about it. I don't. Okay. Like, okay, let's end on like maybe this. I remember this one being quite funny. I don't want to end on that one because that was fucking dark. like, yeah, that is a 41% at BAM. Although I heard it's more closer to 51% nowadays. Not that I'm talking about anything in particular.
I woke up this morning
Retarded.
with a feeling from deep within my womblands. And that feeling was, you fucking knew that I would weaponize my white tears because I experienced a minor inconvenience, and that is now white oppression.
Why, hello, my lady. Tips Federer. Okay. Okay, buddy. These fucking people, they're like the fucking absolute dregs of society. I don't feel mean laughing at them. Okay, we'll have one more because this looks like a potato talking.
Class. And then she said, my 4-year-old in my class today was naming all the girls in class. And then she said my name. And I just tell her, I'm not a girl. Don't include me. And then another 4-year-old whipped around. She's like, mixed kid is a people. And another 4-year-old at a different table looks at her and goes, they're a they. Made my non-binary teacher heart very happy today.
Okay. So you're encouraging children to get bullied because of your retardation. That's what I learned.
A 4-year-old in my class today.
Oh, that's it. Yeah. Obviously, none of that ever happened. Obviously. Okay, we can't not see this.
To be calling myself a woman and not a girl. Day 8 of being a girl, and I've gotten some messages that are saying that I need to be calling myself a woman and not a girl. And I didn't even know that some women were offended by being called girls, so that's really good to know. But for me, the word girl feels great because I never got to be one growing up. And it feels very able to make mistakes and growing and changing and evolving, whereas the word woman feels very strong and confident and powerful, and that still intimidates me a little bit. So I'm gonna
oh my god, that face.
keep calling myself a girl. Hope that's okay. Love ya.
Look at the stubble. It's Ben Shapiro. Ben Shapiro and HRT. Well, that'll do it for tonight, because I've had enough of these freaks. I'm gonna watch something cleansing. Maybe gouge out my eyes with a spoon. Good night, everybody. I'll probably live stream again tomorrow, because I haven't got anything to do now. I've wound up all the stuff I was doing at work. Now, it's all gone now. So, thank you very much for tonight, and I will see you probably tomorrow. Don't hold me to that, but probably. Good night. Danganronpa. Okay, I'm just going to copy and paste that as well. Danganronpa. Nice one. Good night, everybody.